Will you look at that? 2:29 local time. 4:29 Eastern. I am early. Yes, early and straight. Ha ha. Can't make fun of me today. Hi, Christine. How are you? Hope you're doing well, Christine. I saw you, that stream you had the other day. It looked quite intense. So I hope you're doing well. Hey, Mavka, and Sneaky Pete is here. How you doing? So what are we doing today? Do some Judge Simpson, I think. Landlord court, and go from there. Hi, Sasha. I'm good. How are you? Let's see. In a couple days.
Clemson.
Yes.
I'm sorry. This is Jacqueline Taylor. I don't know if you called me or not. I've been on here forever.
Sure that the 300.
Let me go back a bit. Okay, this is good.
$100 y representa los apartamentos.
The court does call the case of Park Hill Apartments versus Jorge Molina and Edith Zuniga.
Oh boy.
So, el tribunal está llamando el caso del apartamento contra Jorge Molina y Edith Zuniga.
Okay, why does it look like Edwina is in bed, feeding herself in a very seductive position, I might add. Let's see, we got Jorge Mejia taking it seriously. We got Samson in the bottom right drinking a Monster. All right. Felicia Hugan. Doesn't really look like a Felicia, but who knows in 2025. And we got the Spanish interpreter. Oh, you don't have to apologize, Christine. Nothing to apologize for at all. It was just very interesting. But I hope you're doing well. I'm sure it was stressful for you. Hey,
El escriben de parte del demandante.
And who's here? Are all parties here?
¿Y es contra las partes aquí?
Aquí estamos.
We are here.
All right, state your names, please.
Declaren sus nombres para que constan en el acto.
Jorge Mejía y Edith Martínez Zúñiga.
Jorge Molina, Edith Zúñiga.
Jorge Mejía.
Jorge Mejía.
Hey, where are we on this case?
¿Dónde estamos en este caso?
Nosotros estamos en el apartamento vía Zoom.
We are at our apartment by means of Zoom right now.
Is that a Mountain Dew?
My understanding from last time was that the defendants were going to pay $1,100 towards their balance. We've received $800.
Mi entendimiento desde la última visita es que los demandados van a pagar $1,600 y tengo entendido que han pagado $800.
Is that all that you paid? Is 800?
¿Es eso todo lo que ustedes pagaron? ¿800?
Yo pagué 800 y de la escuela recibí un cheque, una ayuda en cheque de $400 y de otra organización de $300. Yo tengo que quejarme de que no tengo ninguna respuesta de la persona que representa los apartamentos cuando escribo o tratamos de comunicarnos, porque hemos querido saber si recibieron los cheques de los cuales estoy hablando y no hemos tenido ninguna respuesta. En total sería $1,500 lo que se han pagado.
So we paid $800, and we also had received from the school another $400, and from another organization $300. And my complaint is that we received no communication when we try to communicate about the payments. But as far as I can tell, at this point, we've paid $1,500.
I hate it when there's no communication. It's like a typical relationship with me.
You're indicating you paid $1,500?
Ustedes están indicando que pagaron $1,500.
Eso sería lo que, en total lo que se ha pagado, porque recibí comunicación de la escuela que mandaron un cheque
Define
por $400 y de otra organización en la que pedí ayuda por $300, pero he tratado de tener comunicación con
think he
el
used the money
representante
for
de
a
los apartamentos y no he tenido respuesta.
gender conversion
Entonces,
therapy.
en total
I
sería
could be wrong.
$1,500. Yo pagué $800 con un money order.
Yeah, the total is $1,500. I've received $400 from the school, $300 from another organization, and then I paid $800, and I have not heard anything from their representative from the apartment complex.
Oh boy.
Are you sure that the $300 and $400 has been paid to the landlord?
¿Estás seguro que estos $400 y $300 se han pagado al arrendador?
Yo tengo entendido que los enviaron, pero yo he estado tratando de comunicarme con la persona que representa los apartamentos y no me han dado ninguna respuesta. Y por lo que yo he querido comunicarme con ellos es para saber si recibieron estos 2 cheques de los cuales estoy hablando, porque la escuela me confirma que mandaron un cheque de $400 y también la otra organización un cheque de $300, pero yo no tengo respuesta de la persona
I just love
con la cual
Edwina
busco
there
tener
just chilling.
comunicación, que es el representante de aquí de los apartamentos.
That's what I understand, that the amounts were paid, but I am not able to get in contact with the representative of the apartment complex. They won't communicate with me so that I can confirm that they received the money. But I do have confirmed that the school paid and the other organization paid, but I cannot communicate with them to find out.
So
if
it's
they
all
received
checks in the mail.
It may be that the
Guys, Edwina is reading the chat. Be careful.
the landlord has not received these payments. They may have been sent, but the landlord has not received them.
That would be my understanding, Your Honor.
Entonces, pudiera ser que el arrendador no recibió los pagos. Pudiera ser que se lo pagaron, pero no los recibió.
What does that guy look like? Eric Helsley.
Puede ser, pero las organizaciones de las que hablo, ellos confirman que ya enviaron estos cheques, entonces pudiera ser que todavía no los ha recibido, pero eso es lo que yo podría decir, que yo pagué $800 en un money order y estas otras organizaciones enviaron $700. Puede ser que todavía no los ha recibido.
That could be it. I was able
Chris
to confirm that the school and the other organization sent a total of
I think that's who it
$700,
is.
and I paid with a money order. I have a receipt for that for $800.
We acknowledged 800.
Sí, estamos de acuerdo sobre los $800.
But that still leaves a substantial balance.
Pero eso sí deja un balance sustancial.
How are you?
Sir, if the $700 is located, you would still need to come up with approximately $400. When could that be paid?
Señor, si lograron localizar este $700, todavía le debería $400 más. ¿Cuándo pudieran pagar eso?
Sí, yo puedo pagarlos el 1 del próximo mes, el 1 de marzo.
I could pay.
Ujú.
Okay, sorry, I could pay them the first of the month. That would be March.
Y me gustaría que me haga saber cuánto es, aparte de esto de lo que estamos hablando, cuánto es lo que debería en total para poder pedir tiempo para pagar el 1 de marzo una cantidad y poder ponerme al día el 17 de marzo con los pagos, con todo lo que es mi deuda. Eso es lo que necesito, que me den tiempo, porque tomé un trabajo, pero los pagos están viniendo de esta manera. Todavía no me ha nivelado con lo que es el sistema de pago de la compañía donde estoy.
Where did Wina
Entonces,
go?
pido que me den tiempo para hasta el 17 de marzo, pero los $400 los pagaría el 1 de marzo.
All right, I'm going to skip forward on this one.
So,
It's riveting.
Madsen on behalf of the plaintiff, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead. Confirm.
Our case.
Call the case of Arbor Woods.
Okay, let's see if this one's more
Good afternoon, Your
riveting.
Honor. Casey Madsen, P87729 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Easy, Mavka.
Chappelle, don't have them checked in. If you'd like to take a default, raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Your Honor, we would be requesting entry of a default possession only judgment. I'm sorry, Your Honor. This is Sonia Chapel, correct?
Yes.
Your Honor, they did make a payment. However, it was online. Therefore, it has not cleared yet. If we could just adjourn this 1 week.
That's fine.
Thank you.
February 28th, 2025 at 12 p.m.
Oh, God. That Casey would take your everything,
Let's
including
call
your
the case
testicles, in a
of-
divorce.
Arbor Woods versus Shantae Griffin.
Casey Madsen on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello,
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
what's your name?
Shantae Griffin.
All right. And what's her current balance?
Your Honor, she did make a $1,000 payment. I have a current total balance, which includes court costs, as $9,584.12.
Griffin, how are you gonna get paid?
Well, I thought
You
I
made
was,
$1,000 pay, yeah. You were supposed to make $2,000.
yeah, I was supposed to get assistance from a family member, but they couldn't help me. So I get paid next week, which I can pay $3,000 of my own money with my check.
Next week?
Yes, but I had an issue with the ledger, Your Honor, because I was promised to get my lease renewed, so they were charging me $2,000 a month. And the leasing agent was gone. There was no leasing agent for 5 months. That's what I was trying to explain.
Casey's going to tear
Jacob
her.
was the leasing agent.
Yes.
Your Honor, Ms. Griffin was sent a letter
Seriously?
last May of 2024, letting her know that her lease was not going to be renewed.
All right.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I talked to Jacob in August. Once we settled in August and I came to see you and settled the rent, he told me that he would renew my lease. And then
But
in
even if
September,
he
he was
renewed
gone.
Okay, but even if he renewed your lease, at this point, there's $9,000 owed, almost 10.
It's actually supposed to be like 7,400 and some odd dollars. I don't know if that's the utilities included.
Well, it would be everything that you would owe would be included in that amount.
Well, I couldn't converse with anybody, Your Honor, because there was no leasing agent. It was only a
But
secretary.
ma'am, I hear you.
Mhm.
The problem is that even if there's, do you have the 7,000 now?
I will have it. I'll three them next week, and then I can settle the rest, or unless I go on a payment plan, which I was on a pad 2 years ago, and I honored that and paid it off early.
Well, if you find somebody to work it out with, but I don't have any, there's no answer, there's no anything filed. You told me you were gonna pay 2, we've gotten 1, then you said you could, now you're saying there's another check, you could have 3 by next week, but I don't have an issue to try in this case regarding this amount. I mean, you owe it.
Yes.
And so here's what I'll do. I'm gonna enter a judgment for possession, finding no tribal issue for the $9,584.12. Normally, that would need to be paid by the 3rd over the objection of plaintiff. You're going to either have to make arrangements with them or get that paid by March 10th, 2025.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case of Barbara Woods versus Charles Hardy.
Casey Matson on behalf of the plaintiff.
Charles Hardy, not here. You may proceed.
Your Honor, we would be seeking that this case be dismissed. He did pay in full today with certified funds.
Got it. Case is dismissed. Court does call the case of Barbara Woods versus Felicia Hugan.
She is a hot Pilates instructor, guys.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
And Reginald Hugan.
Ooh,
I know
Reginald.
they're here somewhere. All right.
Hope it's not Reginald Denny.
Mr. Hugan, you'll need to unmute. Still can't hear you.
Oh, God. Come on, Reginald.
Can you hear me now?
Got you now.
Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Hey, half Irish.
So how much is owing on this account?
Your Honor, including court costs, we have a total of $1,820.93.
All right. So Hugan, how are you intending on getting that paid?
Okay, I just talked to the young lady at the office, and she was like 1791. Okay, and I talked to her, and I got my furnace just went out, so I got 13 to go in. I can pay the 13 as of late today or whenever I can. If they close at 3, so if I could put it in a box, 13, and then hopefully by the 28th I can get the rest.
So you can pay 13, I'll say by Monday, the 24th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then you're going to try to pay the balance by the 28th?
Yes, I'm going to try to pay the balance. I'm trying to borrow the rest of that. My furnace just went out, and so I'm hoping I can pay the rest by the 28th.
All right. Here's what I'll do, because
Okay.
you've come through before and you've always done what you said. So
Yes.
I'm going to adjourn this one out to the 28th, 2025 at 12 p.m.
Okay.
So that last payment, so you're going to pay the 13. When you pay the balance, if you can do that before noon on that date, I'd appreciate it.
I honestly was going to try.
Okay.
I'm going to do my best. I swear I am.
Scouts on.
Okay. Very good. We'll see you next week.
I appreciate it. Have a blessed day.
You do the
Blessed
same.
day.
Thank you.
Barbara Woods versus Angela Cater.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hello, Ms. Cater.
Hello.
Okay. She was going to pay $1,500 by the 21st.
I'm
Good.
taking it as soon as I get off.
Okay. So what's her current balance?
Your Honor, I have a total, including court costs, of $5,386.25. We would be seeking entry of a judgment today.
I have a question. Just last week it was $4,000 and some dollars. So where did that difference come from?
Hold on, Ms. Cater.
I'm sorry.
Please. Counsel, you have 5,386.
Yes, Your
So
Honor.
somehow between February 14th and today, it went up almost $800.
Ruh-roh.
Righteous.
Well,
Yes, Your Honor. It looks like there was a credit that was incorrectly applied to her account back in January,
aw, Casey.
which was
Back in January?
which was re-added to her account.
Come on,
That's-
Casey.
I don't understand that.
I expect better from
Yes,
you,
Your
girl.
Honor. I guess we can adjourn this 1 week then for.
Yeah.
Get your shit together.
If you could send to the court a copy of the ledger so I could see what this adjustment is, because that's quite a difference from the last time. February 28th, 2025 at 12 noon.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Arbor Woods versus Brittany LaFloria.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Hello. What's your name?
Don't pick your nose, dude. No, dude, Carlos,
And
buddy.
how much is owing?
Your Honor, defendant did end
Dude!
up paying in full.
She told me
However,
that's what she was going to do. Go ahead, what?
Don't pick your nose on
the-
stream.
She made 2 payments. The second payment was online, so it has not yet cleared. We would just be seeking an adjournment 1 week to allow for that to clear.
All right. Ms. LaFloria, she told me she was going to get everything paid today. So I'm going to adjourn it out to the 28th, but before you leave, 2025 at 12 noon. Check with the plaintiff's attorney's office, say Thursday or even before then. See if that payment is cleared and gone through. If it has, I don't need to see it next week.
Okay.
Okay, it'll be dismissed. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a great weekend.
I learned that my first week of streaming.
Court does call the case. Arbor Woods versus
Don't pick your
Sherelle
nose.
Maxon.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your name?
Sherelle Maxon.
Okay, how much is owing on her account?
Your Honor, I have a total including court costs of $6,675.25.
All right. And ma'am, how do you intend on getting that paid?
It'll be paid tomorrow.
You pay tomorrow? You sure?
Absolutely.
I believe her. So I'm gonna adjourn it out, maybe over plaintiff's objection, but the number may not go up anymore. So February 28, 2025 at 12. And I'm going to indicate in the file that the balance will be paid by, well, I'll make it the 24th. All right, Monday. All right, thank you.
Paid. I don't
I
have to come
can't
in.
even say he's just scratching his nose.
Correct.
I'm going to make her come back.
I'm just making sure.
Ah!
If it's all
buddy!
paid, do the same thing that I said. Just check, make sure that
Don't-
it went
no,
through,
no,
it's paid.
do not
If
eat
it's
it.
cleared, they're going to dismiss it.
Okay. All right. Thank you,
Shame.
Honor.
Have a great weekend. Court calls the case of Arbor Woods versus Tyrone Miller.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Can we just get his freaking
Tyrone
case
Miller,
done with?
we don't have him checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would be seeking
Oh my
entry of a
God,
default
dude.
position only judgment. Rent to retain is $122.43. Costs $185.00 for a total of $307.43. Writ to issue in 10 days, and I understand that would likely be without a hearing. No writ without a
That
hearing.
is correct. What was the total amount, counsel? I'm sorry.
It was $307.43.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested with a writ to issue in 10 days, no writ without a hearing. Arbor Woods versus Rachel Sibbett.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Better. Rachel's, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Dude,
I'm sorry, I was looking on the screen, I didn't see it. It's
dude.
okay. What's your name?
Rachel Sibbett.
All right.
Okay, good. Hell is here now for this hunk of man here.
Which one?
Carlos Hicks in the bottom.
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, just wait, it gets better.
Has he cleaned himself recently?
Well, he's
I'm
cleaned
sorry,
his
I was
nose
looking on
very
the
well.
screen, I didn't
Oh,
see
his
it. It's
ugh.
okay. What's your name?
Rachel.
Yeah.
One thing I haven't mentioned, right? Like, I like brown men, but they need to smell really nice. Like, really nice. Like, the scent, the pheromones, like, it
Yeah.
needs to be like, oh. Mm.
Well, he's got a clean nose at least.
Like, what? Oh, nice pause there. Phew. Okay, he's out.
Rachel Sibbett.
All right. All right. How much is owing?
Your Honor, I have a total, including court costs, of
like the seventh time he's done it.
$1,940.98.
Serena!
98 cents. All right. Ms. Sibbett, how was that going to
Dolly's
get
not
paid?
kind of brown at all.
I don't get paid until
It's not.
March 3rd. I'm gonna have to take it out of there.
Okay, let me ask this. How much is your monthly rent?
714.
714.
Poker puff.
All right. And is
Dude!
March 3rd you get a check? Is that
Oh, he's going
Yeah,
for seconds.
the direct
Pick a
deposit.
winner.
okay?
Come on, dude.
So are
He's
you
not
gonna
gonna
be
win
able
it.
to cover
He's not
that whole
No.
amount,
Going to
or-
eat it. No.
Bad.
What on
Bad,
March 3rd?
Carlos.
What about your
Don't
March
stop it.
rent?
Bad. Do not make me
I'm
rub your
waiting
nose in
on
it.
SOS appointment on the 27th, and I contacted Hawk, but couldn't schedule me till March 21st.
Bad.
What? He's eating it.
Is your check from working
Jesus,
or is it
dude.
some type of other type of check?
Social Security
Ability check? Okay. If you don't mind me asking, how much is that?
Casey is so disappointed in you,
No,
sir.
82.
15.
Oh, he's putting it in his hair.
Is it stored for
16.
later? Was he using it for warmth in Michigan? Dude.
Stop it.
All right.
Oh my God.
Stop it now.
You've already
Oh
met
my
with
God.
SOS
Stop
or
it.
no?
No, I don't meet with them until the 28th
Good Lord. He's putting his
28?
finger up his nose more than
February.
Rackets does with
So you
cocaine.
meet with them on the 28th.
At
Oh,
the end
yes,
of the week,
Rita.
Okay. And you don't have any other sources?
I
I'll tell you
don't-
about it
I've
later.
tried and I
Okay.
get it.
Don't worry about it. All right.
Oh, bye, Franz.
Well, then this guy's
Let me do this.
Got the
I'm
strongest
going to,
immune system
I'm
on
going
the
to adjourn the
planet.
case out to the 28th, 2025 at 12 noon.
Jeez, dude.
Okay, what time's your appointment with them?
It's at 1:30.
I think
I
he's doing
can
it to get
call them
attention.
back and see if they can work
If
around it.
if he's doing it on purpose, then
He's doing it on purpose.
then he's my hero. If this is
Yeah,
legitimate,
and-
he's my hero.
Right.
Can we see if?
I mean, if he's just trolling,
at least we can get her.
I'll give him credit.
Because we're gonna click over into another month.
If he's
So,
just
I'm gonna leave it. I'll leave it
a
set at noon.
disgusting excuse
Give
for a
them a
human,
call, see
then
if they can
Mads.
Yeah, say
get your appointment.
Stop
Okay.
it. I never
Okay.
said that.
If not, between now and then, I'll think of something and we'll try to see what we can do. Okay?
all right.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks.
Court does call the case of Barbara Woods versus Megan St. Charles.
ah,
Casey Madsen for the plaintiff.
dude,
He's got to be trolling.
how much is left up there,
Megan
buddy?
St. Charles. They are not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would be requesting a dismissal in this matter. Defendant did pay the balance in full. With
Case is dismissed. That's without prejudice. Thank you. Court does call the case of Barbara Woods versus Damon Stafford.
Usually we'd all be talking about the cute
And-
chick.
I know, and we're just focused on the
Holt.
Carlos kid.
It's pretty hard not to be
Casey
focused
Madsen
on
for the
Carlos.
plaintiff.
Stafford or Paul? No response. You may proceed.
Is he just
Thank
waiting
you,
for his
Your Honor.
case to
We would
come
be
up?
requesting entry of a default
I think
possession
so.
only judgment. Rent to retain is $1,680.73. Costs of
Putting you off your oysters.
$240.00 for a total of $1,920.73 for to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default of possession, redemption amount in the amount requested for the issue in 10 days. Barbara Woods versus Brandon Wilson.
Is he
And
gone?
Kimberly Slayton.
I don't know.
He's gone.
They kicked him.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Hi. Kimberly
Did they
Slayton.
really? Let me go back.
Okay.
$20
Oh, yeah, they did.
73
Can we- Okay.
About time.
How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, I have rents to retain of $2,622.53. cost of $240 for a total of $2,862.53. We would be seeking judgment writ to issue in 10 days.
All right, let's see, because she brought this thing down about $4,000.
I've been
since the
trying.
last ti- Pardon?
I said I've been trying.
Okay.
Can't believe they were tired of watching that though.
Counsel, does that number you gave includes a $1,500 payment recently, like yesterday maybe?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Miss Slayton, how are you going to get the balance paid?
I know I can pay it in full by March the 7th. I can make another $1,500 payment next Friday and then another one the following week, if possible. But I can pay it down. Me and Brandon both, we just been knocking it down as far as the $1,500.
You've been knocking it down?
Okay, so that
put us in the clear.
I got you. So you're at about 3,000 right now. So you can pay that 3,000. It'd be two payments, but you can pay that 3,000. You think by the 7th?
I can, yes, definitely. By the 7th, it'll be paid in full.
Okay. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, Miss Slayton. I'm going to find no tribal issue. I'm going to enter a judgment for possession for that total amount of $2,862.53.
Lady, get your ass on camera.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
What that does is that will at least freeze the number that you got to pay to maintain your
if the Burger King
tenancy.
Burger King.
I'm going to make the writ date on that.
Can show up. Hey, Lexi.
The 10th. I'll extend it out a week, so the writ won't issue until March 10th. Okay. The important thing for you to understand is that does not include your March rent. What I'm doing.
Exactly. Correct.
Okay.
Thank you.
This is
What's
just
wrong
giving
with
you
this
a
woman's
shot
face?
and a little bit
The
of
one
time
on bottom left.
because you need another paycheck to do it. And we're clicking over into another month.
Earlier, she's very
to
seductive.
try to get
laying
this
on
all
the
paid
couch.
off. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Arbor Woods versus Renisha Yarborough.
Casey
Hey,
Matson for
Blazy.
the plaintiff.
Renisha Yarborough, she's here.
Hello.
I miss our
Hello.
buddy.
All right. How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, we have rent to retain of $2,845.00, cost of $185.00, for a total of $3,030.00. Defendant and I did have a chance to communicate prior to court today, and we discussed the terms of a conditional dismissal. She plans to pay this balance by February 26th.
By February 26th?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to have
You're muted,
everything by
ma'am.
then?
Yes.
Okay, then I don't know. I'm not sure I need a conditional order dismissal if she's going to have it paid, but you guys could execute one if that's what you want to do. I'm going to adjourn it out to February 28th because she made a sizable payment and brought this down, and I think she'll come through on this. So February 28th, 2025 at 12 noon. If you pay it on the 26th, then it's going to get dismissed.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, just get it paid.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Would you?
Northville Crossing versus Justin Hay.
Hey.
Casey Matson for the plaintiff.
Justin Hay
Hey, girl.
has not checked in. No response. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would be requesting entry of a default possession-only judgment. I have rent to retain of $1,934.85, cost of $189.00, for a total of $2,123.85, writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested, writ to issue in 10 days. Sow Farms versus Rodney Bowler.
Casey Matson on behalf of the plaintiff.
Oh, there's more. Rodney Bowler, Bradley Bowler, and Heather
Hattie.
Sheldon. Excuse me.
General manager for Scion.
Any of those people, they have not checked in. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. We would be requesting entry of a default possession only judgment.
This
Our
is
rent
too
to retain is
fast.
$3,422.58. Court costs of $267.00 for a total of $3,689.58. Writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff, that is by default for possession, redemption amount, in the amount requested with the writ to issue in 10 days. Court does call the case of Sile Farms versus Daniel Bolt and Nicholas Bolt.
Maston for the plaintiff.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, your name?
Daniel Bolton.
That's right, it was the twins.
Yes, my brother's at work.
Yeah, they didn't know what
Any relation to Michael
All right.
Bolton?
How much is owing on this?
Your Honor, I have total rent to retain is $2,880.59. Costs of $228.00 for a total of $3,108.59. We would be seeking entry of a judgment today.
We have an appointment on the 18th of next month with Hawk to give us assistance.
Yeah, I gotta get that appointment moved up. Do you have anything you can pay between now and then?
I'm not sure just quite yet.
All right. Because I don't, so here's what I'm gonna do on this case, and you can let the folks at Hawk know, okay? Because there's no way I can get you out to that date. So there's not a tribal issue in this case. I'm gonna give a judgment for possession. With for the total amount of $3,108.59. No writ will issue until the March 10th. I'll give an additional week on that. I want you to call the people at SOS, let them know what I've done.
Okay.
And that you're on a very short timeline. You need to get this paid by the 10th.
All right.
All right?
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. Court calls the case Sile Farms versus Melissa Ijimba.
Casey Manson on behalf of the plaintiff.
Jimba,
Yes, I'm here.
you're here? Oh, there you two are. Okay. Jimba and Regina Miller. All right, how much is owing on this case?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of
look like they're not really there.
$4,708.21. Cost of $228.00 for a total of $4,936.21. Would be seeking entry of a judgment today.
All right, ladies, how are you gonna get this paid?
We were working with
Shades of Pink.
Yep, Shades of Pink, which they already, I think they sent you the document for the total of $28.64.10 that they're already committed to mailing a check, which they contacted the landlord and told them about it. And then I'm still working on with my job for employee hardship, which they're gonna commit to $1,500 by next week.
So you said the first agency that was they were sending
Boo
something
could
to the
hide in
landlord?
the African jungle with those
How
spots.
about don't
Yeah,
turn
for
off
how
the
much?
filters? I don't want to see
Yeah,
it
she
without the
sent you-
filters.
I thought she sent you the document. It was $28.64.10.
2864. I don't have anything that I'm seeing here.
Yeah, we have the document here that she sent.
Has anything been sent to the landlord saying that that's going to be paid?
Your Honor, I have not received anything. However, I do have my manager on if she knows of anything.
Oh,
My
and her
manager?
Good
And it's a
afternoon, Your
woman
Honor. I
manager.
am new to Sile Farms. I've been here for about 5 days. I have not received anything as of yet. So I will check with
Just
my
started 5 days ago?
So I've been with Sun for 9 years. I've been at this property for 5 days.
Okay, well, welcome aboard. All right.
Welcome aboard.
Ladies, I don't have anything that indicates that payment.
So we have the document that she submitted for rental assistance, the status.
Yeah, I see that.
That's the commitment for the 28th.
Yeah.
Say she called the office this week.
Yeah.
And she emailed.
I don't. I see shades of pink, but I don't.
I see shades
it. It's right up at the top. It's odd. Okay. So, and
This is better,
we'll make
this
sure to get
layout.
a copy over to you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's a communication. Okay, got it. And I get the organization. I didn't recognize the name because okay. You can almost bank when you look down at the bottom. You'll see what the organization itself is, and you can pretty much bank that this is
It's a sequel to 50 Shades of Grey.
It's for 286410. And we'll send that over to you. And then, so that's going to leave you about 2,000 to go. And how are we going to get that done, ladies?
So I just submitted the application for
OnlyFans?
employee hardship, and I'm just waiting for their response for the 1,500, and then Friends agreed for the 500 once all of that is posted to the ledger.
Okay, and Friends Indeed pays that. They won't pay that until you get the 1,500, right? Right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if you
The
got
employee, I know you submitted the employee.
hardship.
We thought we might hear an answer by today, which is
Yeah.
kind of why we said it, but we haven't gotten an answer yet.
Not yet. She said it
Okay.
took 7 days.
All right. So counsel, since I have that letter, I'm not going to issue a judgment. And in part, if you look at the communication, you may see why I'm not going to do it today on this. And I'm going to let that employee hardship come through. So I'm going to adjourn this to February 28th, 2025 at 12 noon. Okay. And like I said, counsel, I'll make sure that a copy of this gets to you today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys take care. Case of Silent Farms versus Michael Moore.
Whoa, Michael Moore.
Michael Moore.
Case on behalf of plaintiff.
Arr. Oh, God.
Hello. Your name?
Michael Moore.
All right. How much is owing on this case?
Where is he?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $1,647.03.
He's in the court.
Court costs of $189.00 for a total of $1,836.03. We would be seeking entry of a judgment today.
I made a $250 payment today, and I applied for the SCR, but I'm waiting for the SCR to go through. I also had an intake appointment with Faith in Action, and they informed me that if the SCR is denied, then that's when
He lost
Faith
a lot
in
of weight.
Action would help.
How does
Wait a
Ozempic does
minute.
So it
wonders.
has to be denied first.
He has full vocal fry.
Oh, my God.
He has such vocal fry.
And they informed me that if the SCR is denied, then that's when Faith in Action would help.
And they inform me that if they will deny it, and that's when it starts. And
help.
Oh my God, he sounds like RFK Jr.
Has he got headphones
So it
on?
has to be denied first.
Got it. So when
Is
did
that-
you apply?
Wait, give
Denied first.
Do the SCR?
Can we zoom up on him?
Weeks ago.
Yeah, hold on.
I think
I
it was
think.
before.
Oh no, it's the girl in the back. Oh, even Patty's looking at him like, what the hell?
The girl in the what? What's that white thing on his head?
No, it's a girl behind him. Whoops. What the hell am I doing? I don't want to send feedback to YouTube.
What are you doing? No. My feedback to YouTube is you suck.
Yeah. YouTube is asshole.
Asshole.
God
No,
damn,
not down the page, up the page.
I know, sweetie. Thank you, princess.
Don't call me sweetie.
Don't call me Shirley. So that's the woman behind him.
There's a
It's a blonde woman behind him.
No way! That's so funny.
Yeah. Or maybe Michael Moore had a sex change. I don't know.
It's like a blonde wig on. All right, so you got a beanie on or something?
Yeah.
Okay, because that's
You
not
should
his
probably
hair.
probably should take that off in court, but who am I to judge?
Look, a suit would be good, sir.
Well, yeah, there is that.
But at least he turned up.
True.
Rather than, shoving the camera up at the ceiling and changing his clothes and picking his nose and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
good for him. Good for
I
him.
mean, even I have a suit, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, it was from Goodwill, but at least it's a
Yeah, I mean, it
suit.
was somebody's dead grandfather's, but, at least I have one.
Exact. All right, let's
Hey,
keep going.
fits pretty good.
I came to see you.
You the first time, so sometime before the 15th, and you still don't have an answer.
Right, and I'm just gonna keep making payments as I can to the office because they've been letting me make those partial payments.
Partial.
All right. So you made $250
Oh, God. Feels like the judge now is copying him.
today.
And I 500 or 600 the last time I saw you on Friday.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I see the balance went down.
Okay.
So you paid the $250. Between now and next week, how much more could you get?
My roommate doesn't get paid until the 1st.
All right. So that's so
right.
no
I could
money
I could try, but yeah.
Okay. All right.
I could try, but all right.
I'm going to give you a shot. I'm going to adjourn it out to the 28th, 2025, 12 noon. Hopefully what can happen is the $250 will apply to the account. We're going to be down in the area about 1,600.
Okay.
If the SER in that time frame, because you're right around that 10-day point, if it gets denied, then Faith and Action can
If it gets
step in.
denied.
Okay.
And we're about where they should be in terms of being able to.
And if I keep paying it down, Faith in Action said
That's
they.
it.
Okay.
So if worst comes to worst, if we get here next week and we're still not there, then I may do what I've done with, just so that you know, with other folks. That is, try to lock that figure in,
Lock
give you a
it
little bit
in.
more time to get that paid and get it off. It won't include your March rent.
This is not included March.
Pardon?
This
Oh, it's
doesn't
not included March.
It does not include March.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, guys.
What?
I may be mistaken. Hold on.
What?
This
Is
is
that-
not included March.
What, the hair?
This doesn't.
Yeah, hold on.
It seems too closely attached to his head.
God, I need a better plug in.
Attached to him. We need to find out. We need to find out.
Hold on.
Ilya,
I'm working on
sort
it.
this out.
Include March.
It does not
1,600.
include March.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, it is his!
So
Oh
we'll
my
figure
god, it is his! He has blonde hair at the top of his... That's a
Doesn't
headband!
include
It does not.
Okay.
What the hell is going on there? No!
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
That
So
is his
we'll
hair.
figure it
Oh
out
my
next
God, sir.
week, but give you a shot.
Was he trying to copy Danny Anderex look? I mean,
That is not his hair though. Like, let's be super clear about
What? Are
the
you saying
term
that's not his real hair? So he's wearing a headband, or
There's a headband,
okay?
and then there's blonde something coming
Okay.
out from the back of it
So
that
he's
it looks like Elsa,
okay. So
like
he's
Elsa from Frozen.
dressing up like a middle school girl in 2003. All right. That's
Pretty
cool.
much. Let it go, let it go. Don't hold back anymore.
Well, It used to be a girl thing when I was going to school, but times have changed. No judgment.
You can't judge.
He's not picking his nose, so who am I to judge?
Okay, I thought we were in Michigan. Like, it's just not California, is it?
No, No, it's Michigan.
Uh,
You can ask David. He looks like he wears a headband.
maybe he's from California.
I would explain it.
For that to come through and faith in action to kick in.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good one.
You too.
Court calls the case of Silent Farms versus Joan Raymond
To be fair, Rabbit, the
Mr.
headband is
for the
not as
plaintiff.
the worst thing on his
and
head.
William Raymond.
I don't think that's his natural hair.
Raymonds, they're not here. You may
Do you
proceed.
think?
Thank you, Your Honor. We would be requesting entry of a
Sir,
default possession only judgment. I have rent to retain of $3,238.79, cost of $228.00, for a total of $3,466.79. Writ to issue in 10 days.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession, redemption amount, any amount requested. Writ to issue in 10 days. Silent Farms versus Lawana Tut.
Tut.
Casey Matson.
Ooh.
Ms. Tut. Oh, there she is.
Aw.
Okay. All right. How much is owing on her account?
Your Honor, I have rent to retain of $5,642.15, costs of $189.00, for a total of $5,831.15. Again, we would be seeking entry of a judgment today.
All right. Miss.
I made a payment, as I said I would last week. I made a payment on Tuesday in the amount of $4,210.15.
Okay. I have
Patty, are you able to confirm that?
Aw.
I hate it.
I am looking at it right now. I think we were waiting on it to finish clearing, but let me.
Okay, but she told me last time she was here, she was gonna make a payment of around 4,200.
Yep, I see that payment.
Okay, it just has not applied to her account. Is that?
It's on her account, Your Honor. We're just making sure that at this point that it has cleared and it's not gonna come back as a non-sufficient.
I got you. Okay,
It was
that's
a
fine.
certified check, so it
Was it a
shouldn't
certified?
come back as
Okay.
non-sufficient.
Okay, all right. I don't need to.
I apologize. I
just
wasn't
need
here.
to know
I'm
the
only
money's
seeing what I
there.
can see.
I just need to know the money's there, and I don't think Ms. Tut is going to bounce a check. So that's the way I look at it. All right. So
All right.
anyway, Ms. Tut. So then if that comes off, we're at about 1,600 or thereabouts, if my math is right.
He's 18. This guy's 18.
So
Aren't you
what were your plans for that amount?
I can pay the remaining balance on the 28th.
On the 20, say what date?
No, the 28th, Friday.
28th?
He'll be 19.
Okay,
at
and
the
you
end
try
of the
to,
year.
could you do it before, say, noon?
Yeah, it would be another certified check. would drop off, but
I think
doing
those,
pretty
I think
well.
those spend, yeah, so do that way, all right?
okay.
All right, so then if you can get the balance down, then hopefully this matter can get dismissed, okay? So I'll adjourn it out to February 28th, 2025
My cat.
at 12 noon. So the sooner you
sees me
get it in
everywhere I
there, and then this person, she will have been there more than 5 days. She'll be able to get it. She'll figure it out, and we'll hopefully get this thing dismissed, okay? Thank you, Ms. Todd.
Thank you.
Court does call the case. Spice Tree Apartments versus Zainab Merhab. I messed it up again.
It's okay.
Thank you.
How are you?
Thank you for saying it's okay. Your name?
Zainab Merhab.
Oh. And
Casey
is
Matson.
this, I issued a judgment. Is this your motion to set it aside?
I think the last time I was here, you called me and I didn't hear you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't have the file and I.
Right, and I was still here.
Because you were, counsel, you took a judgment the last time she was here, and I verified it with my staff. We also verified it on video. She was here in the courtroom, She walked out for some period in time
Daddy, what?
at the perfect time, and we took the judgment.
And it was, I
Nobody
think, to
answered.
talk to their lawyer about like, I think something, and then I just didn't get a chance
That
to.
gives me hope.
It's okay. And then she came back in, and I will tell you, I give her a whole lot of credit because she sat here till the end. I ran out of files, and I said, "Who are you?" She told me, and then that's where we figured out she had been here all this time. So I set aside the judgment that I issued and set it for today. In fairness to her.
He bashes up the little cat.
How much is owing on this account?
Your Honor, I have
got
rent to
some
retain
fire
is
still.
$3,411.01. Cost of $169.00 for a total of $3,580.01. We would be requesting entry of a judgment today.
All right. Ma'am, how were you intending on getting this?
So I had an appointment with Hawk the 10th, but they called me today, and I have it on Monday now.
You have an appointment this Monday?
That's coming Monday, the 24th. And then once whatever happens with that, I do also have, I'm requesting help from a local mosque, and they usually give me up to 700.
Gotcha.
And then my dad and my mom said they can help me with whatever I have remaining with the bail.
Okay, so let's, so the mosque, do they require that you have the rest of it before they're gonna give?
No, so I put in that, they've never really required anything like that. I put in the application because it's like, I gotta do it online, and I sent in the email, I believe it was either Tuesday or Wednesday. Usually I hear back by Friday. I didn't hear anything today, so I'm hoping by like over the weekend I can hear something, and then I can put that towards it for now until I talk to Hawk, hopefully.
Okay, and you got your Hawk appointment is Monday.
At 2 p.m.
So here's the deal, and they told you that their cap is 3.
That's correct.
Okay, so let's do this. So you'll have to come up with the 580, but it sounds to me like
That's
you
secured
do,
with my family for
and
sure.
You've got also family that, okay.
Correct.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna adjourn you out to the 28th, 2025 at 12 noon. Okay? If that 700 comes through, pay that to the landlord.
Okay.
Okay? How much is your monthly rent?
$14.50.
$14.50. Okay. All right. Let's see if we can get that all wrapped up.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. And that way you get to come back and have me mispronounce your name again. All right, thank you. And Arbor Woods versus Sanchez, Arbor Woods versus Sanders, Arbor Woods versus Shepherd, Scioto Farms versus Connolly, and Valley Ranch versus Kutcher. Those
Versus
matters are dismissed
Carrots.
on plaintiff's motion without prejudice. I think that's it for you, counsel.
It is. Thank you, Your Honor. Have a great weekend.
You do the same.
Sucker.
All right.
Judge Simpson.
We haven't seen
Yes.
Nose Picker again.
No.
He just came in and left.
This is Jacqueline Taylor. I don't know if you called me or not. I've been
came
on
in,
here
got the job done, and left.
forever.
Yo.
Who's your complex? Who's your
Huron
landlord?
Vista. Huron Vista.
Oh yeah, we called you around 1 p.m. or in our 1 o'clock
Oh,
clock.
Rico's back.
Okay, I had got
wait.
on at like
On the bottom right.
Okay, hold on.
I
What
was
did we
getting
do?
ready for
I
work.
think that's him.
Sorry.
That's not the same dude.
So you was moving fast today.
Okay, since you weren't here, there was a default judgment entered. You'll have to come up to the court and fill out the paperwork to try to get that set aside. I don't even have the file with me, man.
Oh, no,
gotta
it was
come up
Carlos Hicks.
Monday.
It was I thought it was Carlos.
Yep, come up Monday and you'll have
So
to fill out a
racist
form to
of
set
you.
aside, to try to set aside the default.
Okay, because we were on the Hawk thing. Remember, I'm sorry.
Walkabout?
I thought you were going to be moving slow. I was trying to get ready for work because I be late for work every Friday when I have court. So I was trying to get dressed real quick and all of that. Then I got on at like 1:20.
Okay, I understand, but, all right, thank you.
I'll be it. Thank you.
Well,
All
I
right.
look my best for
I've
you,
got my
Judge.
favorite people back from Arbor 1 and Arbor 1 West. Guys, give me about 5-10 minutes, then I'll come back out. You guys are all I have left. Yes, sir.
Don't say that, Judge.
Yes, you may.
There's plenty to live for in life. Oh, you meant for the day.
guess I'm getting at.
Okay. Judge is back.
Yes, but in number 1 West versus Rico McGuire et al.
Ellis Freeman for the plaintiff, Your Honor.
You gonna go now? Okay, off you go.
All right.
I really need some new big flex. This is what happens.
Your dog?
I think when we ended,
Yeah,
there
Sarah
were
just ran down there and nearly took my whole computer
there's
with
an
her.
indication in terms of what was provided with the court wasn't quite true. I was then sent the, I guess, service inspection report from Griffin. And I thought the young lady who was, I thought she was here.
Your Honor, she was present, but then she had class.
Got it. Okay. Because
Oh,
I had
Stewart,
one
buddy.
question for her, because this, first of all, this, the inspection report, let me just pull that up on my screen. For her unit, that's not, I mean, it's a misnomer to say that that was complete, because it's not complete. I'm not even sure, based upon what she had told us, that there was an inspection of her unit to even get the indication that the unit's sanitary, because she said nobody was there. So
I don't know what Griffin did, but I know they sent Mr. Beal a bill for inspecting it. And I guess I don't think that it's unfair for Mr. Beal to assume that if he got a bill for an inspection, the inspection was done.
But the problem is, I appreciate that, but the problem to say that there's a next column over where there is nothing in there regarding in progress, but her unit hasn't been exterminated. There's been no chemicals or anything applied to her unit according to this.
What I heard her to say, and I don't know if she's conversant, but she seemed to be. What I heard her to say was that there was an inspection that said that she had German roaches and it needed to be bombed.
German
And
roaches?
I assume
Whoa.
that she heard that from somebody other than
Racist.
her neighbor.
I don't know what
Right.
the race has to do with anything.
And here's what I guess I'm getting at. Wherever that came from, but this, it seems to me that then in the in progress column on this sheet, there should be something there. This makes it look like it's done, but it's not done. And I'm unclear why there were a number of different units on this, but it doesn't tell me, let's say that it does have to be bombed, but it doesn't tell me when that's going to happen or if it's going to happen. Nothing on here tells me that it's going to happen even. I'm also concerned what was reported from the inspector from IPSI, that there are indications that certain work that would require permits
That's a very unfortunate
is
shape,
done,
Ted.
but the permits hadn't been pulled.
I think it depends on.
Looks like he had a
on
shop press
which
accident.
properties and which units, because Your Honor, some of the work that, some drywall work needs to be inspected, I understand. If there was something behind the drywall that was causing the problem, you have to make sure that what was behind the drywall causing the problem was fixed before you can get the drywall permit.
I'm guessing it was a
closed.
pretty easy birth for his mom.
But then there's also drywall work that's more or less just cosmetic, where somebody's banged into a wall or something and the people fix it. So I don't believe that I don't believe that Mr. Myers would say any drywall work, if a door punches a hole in the drywall, requires a building permit to be patched and fixed. And so, go ahead.
Actually, I also have my building official here to discuss some of these things. If I may.
Yes.
Can I have Mr. Dunham come up as well?
Absolutely. Just make sure to place your names on the record.
Yeah. I'm Joe Myers. I'm the Community Services Director, and I have Jerry Dunham, the Building Department Manager and Licensed Building Inspector, Official, and Builder. And so the reason why we wish we would have gotten this list earlier is we could have went through some of the things they are actively pulling permits for in other units, just not in these units. And when they're saying things are done, when we haven't even had an inspection, it's hard for us to know that. And so while there are some small drywall fixes, the vast majority of the ceiling and drywall in disrepair, especially due to the pictures Mr. Beal has sent us directly on the mold growing behind, we would want to actually ensure that any drywall repair is done correctly to the code. And so Mr. Dunham can
code is
actually speak to
overrated.
that, but that's where, because we just got this list today, we want to go out and inspect. And so our plan is hopefully to do that on Monday if the proper notice is given to the tenants. But once again, we don't even have all the properties that are before you right now on this list that we received today.
Right. And sir, what did you want to tell me, if anything?
Well, we were talking about the drywall repair stuff. We have told the property that any drywall repair in a fire assembly, which would be ceilings in apartment buildings, or areas where we have noted that there was mold or moisture, all those do require a building permit because that is liability with fire separation. You have to have it fixed correctly. Can't just, sometimes a little hole, you cannot just patch that little hole. You have to cut it a certain size because it's part of a fire rated assembly. That's how it's tested. So a couple of these on the green for different properties do not have, let's say, ceiling drywall repair, don't have a building permit at this time for that project.
So I guess Mr. Freeman and Mr. Beal, when do the property intend to comply with the court's order? I mean, if complying with the court's order means that I first have to get to the city of Ypsilanti and get an inspection before I do it, at least I would begin to see that progress. I'll be absolutely honest, I'm flabbergasted a bit disappointed that this is the list that I have, and that this is all that's been done in effectively almost 2.5 weeks.
Your Honor, I think that it's important to note that I understand the court's frustration, period. But it is important to note that it's been represented that there's been 2 building permits pulled on these subject properties, but there's been 40 building permits pulled total. There's a lot of work that's being done at these properties, at these buildings, that is in addition to the work that's being done on these cases where there's about, I think there's about 20 in front of you with respect to these repair issues. So it's not as if Beal's team is completely ignoring this problem or this project. They're doing a lot of work out there, and they may be spread too thin, but that doesn't mean that they're not trying to get this job done.
Yes. To be clear, the 2 permits being pulled are for the units before the court right now. I do have 38 permits that have been pulled on the property. So there are many permits being pulled for other units, predominantly 721 Clark and 720 Green are the vast majority of the permits being pulled. So I do agree that permits are being pulled for that entire complex, but what I'm telling you as far as the permits being pulled for the units before you right now, 2 have been pulled, no inspections have happened.
So this is Stuart Beal. I spent the past 2 hours on the call with the team, and we determined that 6 additional building permits need to be pulled related to this list. And we have entered those in the BSNA system and paid for them. The city has issued one of them in the past 2 hours. And so the city, probably Monday will process the next 5. And we pulled the project manager over here and went through all the units again. And, we're working hard to comply with the order. And if we have another week and talk about this next Friday, we'll be in good shape.
Well, yes, sir.
I also do want to bring up that this afternoon, one of the units on this list, we have tagged as being unsafe, unlivable because of the condition of that unit. Also in that same building, it's not on the list, but we also condemn that unit as being unsafe because of the conditions we saw this afternoon out there.
Is somebody living in that unit?
Yes.
With 4 kids.
It'd be
Edwina Harris, the
So
one that spoke up about her sewage and
So we checked the sewage issue out there, and
So
because of that, we had to tag it unsafe.
she is. So,
Yeah.
so Ms. hang on one moment. So her unit's been tagged as unsafe. Oh, dear God. Ms. Harris.
Yes, sir.
So how many people are in your unit?
It's me and I have 5 children.
Jeez.
My youngest 2 are with my sister right now because of what's going on. And then right now, currently, it's me and my 2 oldest.
So we're gonna offer.
No, you're not just offering. She's going to be in a hotel with those 2 children tonight.
5 children.
I don't care what you've got to do. She is not staying in that unit if it's tagged. So you can offer what you want. She better be housed someplace else tonight. So Ms. Harris, you packed up the things that you need. Somebody's going to be over there. You guys are going to have different living accommodations tonight until this court says otherwise.
Okay.
We're not going to have this. Okay. So was there anything else?
They shouldn't have opened their
So in that
mouths.
building, we have given the property owner 2 hours to actually start to do some of the work, because when we were in there, the conditions, Mr. Dong saw the vast majority. Mine was just in Miss Edwina Harris's apartment, but that building, if you want to see some of the pictures, it's quite horrific.
Which building is that one?
815 Green.
And are there other residents in 815?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and there was one other unit when I was there, I tagged on the spot unsafe.
Another unit, but that's not one that's before me.
Yeah,
What's going on? Hello? Dolly? Hello? Dolly? Ilya? Ilya? Hello? Okay, it looks like I'm in charge. Looks like I'm in charge. He's gone. All right, it's just us, guys. It's just us. It's just us. Well, since it's just us, it means that we can talk about Ilya's stream tomorrow, which is at some time Eastern. Might be 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't really know. But why, thank you. I need to get them. I need to go to the shop and get them tightened up, like, the little these bits, because I keep falling forward. Anyway, tomorrow at some time Eastern, probably 6 p.m. I think, or maybe 5:30. It's Ilya's 1 month sober celebration stream. Indeed. In fact, it's at 6 p.m. Ah, there you go. It's at 6 p.m. I don't think I'll let him on stream. There he is.
Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened.
There he is. Yeah, celebration tomorrow. Who's going to be there?
Sean, Mo, maybe Veal, you.
You're very low.
Am I? Sean will be there. Mo, Vealhammer's going to try to make it. Maybe a couple others.
A couple others.
We shall see.
Should you like Cat?
Oh, no, I should.
You should.
Yeah.
Indeed. 1 month down. Actually, it's more than a month now.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Yeah.
Like 5 weeks officially.
No, MLS, did you not invite David?
I did not. Screw him.
Suck it.
No, he's coming back that day from a trip with his family, so.
Suck it, David. What about Nick?
No, I need to DM him. I have not yet. I DM'd almost
loser.
everybody. I'm bad at reaching out, but.
You're really bad at this stuff.
And yeah, Maddie B is over a week clean right now as well. So sobriety is spreading. Haha.
People just kicking goals all over the place. David has Lego tomorrow night. Surely he could. If David can do a Lego stream, he can turn up.
I think
to
he's
your sober stream.
I think we
He'll
caught
be
him in
there.
a lie.
Don't worry, he'll be there.
I
We'll
think
kick
he
his
has to,
ass.
I think he's like coming back from that day with his kid or something. But
Kick his ass.
feel free to give him a bunch of grief in chat.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and there's Babu.
I'll kick his ass.
Okay, guys. Thank you for bearing with me.
What happened exactly?
I don't know. My internet still works fine, but it just stopped connecting.
Was it the cats?
It wasn't for once. I know, Babu. What?
Really?
Yeah, for once.
I just assumed it was, but
I know. You can usually blame them, but
yeah, usually you can.
Arizona solar flare. And yeah, guys, it does not bother me whatsoever if we talk about drinking or somebody drinks. I'm not. People drink, it's cool. I just am abstaining for now, and
You're abstaining forever.
yeah. I have no plans to go back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it works, but I don't think I know. Like, if I were to equate it to smoking, like I can't have a cigarette ever again.
Yeah.
Not that I'd ever want to.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
It's like the idea of it's disgusting.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're at that point yet.
Probably, but
Yeah. I don't know. We'll talk about it tomorrow.
yeah. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's part of life, and yeah. No judgment.
One is Joseph Blankenship at Unit 301, and then number 9 on the order is a unit unknown.
This is the end of it.
Unit.
Yep.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
Unit unknown.
So we're moving to a hotel, guys, tonight.
What?
A hotel.
Why? A hotel.
Jesus Christ.
A hotel.
I have to go to work. So go wake up Ayana and tell her to come here.
So
Is it possible for them to get it livable in 2 hours?
Well, the one unit was the 2 units that were the main issue are
Rocco
vacant
wants
units.
to see if he can get a hotel.
One has a bunch of trash. So you walk in that building, it just smells terrible because a unit's completely filled up trash that's vacant, that's unsecured that squatters have been living in. The other unit next to it, which is below unit, which would be unit 103, which would be on the same sewer stack as 303. That unit, it has sewage leak or water leak. Everything else, carpet was completely soaked in the unit.
Soaked with what?
Get someone out there to start cleaning up the water, tearing out the carpet, tearing up any drywall that's molding, the sewer leaks. I mean, it was pretty bad. I got pictures of it if you wanted to see.
Harris, we not forget her last name, but in her unit, I would say it's one of the better units that we have actually inspected as far as cleanliness on the tenant's part. But there was so many flies, and she had a lot of fly strips based on the standing water in the unit. The flies are just everywhere. We were seeing them buzzing around. And like,
wait, is this Ricada's home? Too soon?
I said, normally we understand that sometimes tenants are a problem. This unit was, in my opinion, very well maintained. Just there was nowhere for the sewage to go.
Oh my God.
And then as far as her heat, she presented us the work order over them saying her furnace is broken and she might have a furnace by Monday. So, and I gave that to legal aid as well.
Your Honor, I'd like to note that her sewage issue is listed in the order, but it's not listed on the sheet that.
Have you seen my mom?
Because she was.
I think Rico really wants to speak, Judge.
It's my mom.
Hi.
That it got placed into that order.
I also live in a shithole.
But the repair list on the sheet provided this morning doesn't reflect everything in the order.
Try picking your nose. That gets their attention.
Yes, I know. When you made me aware of that during the initial hearing, I mean, I assumed that the 21 or 22 would be on that list. But to be honest with you, I wasn't necessarily focused on that, having just gotten it. I was more focused on what they were saying was done to those particular units.
Tenants
and
move
then
out of a dump like that?
during
I would
this
burn it to the
period of
ground.
time when I had enough of a break or a little bit, I discovered that some of them aren't on the list. So I have no idea if anything what's being done with those particular units.
We identified 4 units in the order.
Rico, buddy, I think you're just going to have to take some initiative here.
Got it. All right. Take care. Thank you, Amy.
Judge, Rico has a question.
All right. So what? Was there something else?
Some say Rico has his hand up this very day.
What do you want to say?
My mother's staying in that building. Her apartment is 204, and she had a red sticker since January.
So she's in
Narc.
She's in green. What apartment? She's 815 green.
Yes.
Your Honor, we emailed Mr.
Yeah, we've asked.
We asked her to be relocated, and Mr. Beal's response was that she should move in with her son.
In another condemned apartment.
Oh, yours is condemned too, buddy?
Okay.
You get a condemned apartment, and you get a condemned apartment. Everybody gets a condemned apartment.
She is not one of the cases that's before me, correct?
I believe that we will
It's going to be.
filing a lockout action for
Pardon?
lockout actions.
To bring it. Gotcha. Okay. And that may be, quite frankly, part of the way of doing it. I would note a couple of things. And I think it was certainly anticipated a circuit court action may have been filed. I am going to be in communication with certain.
It was filed.
And so that, to see if they will reassign it to me as a circuit court judge. I've been through this complex through the last thing, and now I'm involved in this thing. And so I'm going to work on that hopefully the first part of next week. I've got calls in at this point. I guess the best thing that I could say, because some of these places aren't under my jurisdiction at this time, they may be either by virtue of the circuit court action or by virtue of cases that may be filed by legal services. I try to be as clear and as plain as I can. And so Arbor One West, Mr. Beal, you saw what I just ordered as it regards Ms. Harris. If there are others that are similarly situated,
Donald Trump would call this place a shithole.
Ought to anticipate this court is going to order, and that you best just do it. And I can't make it any clearer than that. I realize those cases are under my jurisdiction, so I can't specifically order it, but they're going to get here somehow or another, because this is.
Well, you didn't have to tell the tenants they had to
have
move.
people live like this. You just don't. And
well, I no longer want to rent property.
And I understand that, Your Honor, I understand your position thoroughly. And I'm not saying I disagree with anything you said today.
But
I do believe that that Mr. Beal sincerely believes
I better jump.
that he's trying to be part of the
see you
solution,
soon.
not the
Send you guys
problem,
over.
and that he has crews out there. They are working.
Jan.
They are trying to be responsive, and I don't believe that he inherited this mess. I guess is the best way I can put it. He didn't cause it.
I understand that, but
Okay.
part of what, I get that. And maybe I could sit there and applaud him on the back all I want. All I know
That'd be
is
nice.
that as I look at all of these folks when they're in my courtroom, these are human beings.
Apart from the
that are
booger
having
eater.
to live in a circumstance. Ms. Harris, when she was standing before me, she tells me what the problem is, and maybe I didn't ask the right questions. And for that, Ms. Harris, I apologize. But that she's got it's her and her 4 babies are living in a place
5.
of just sewage and flies all around. And so if you're going to fix it, okay, fix it. But you just can't have these human beings, these people, real people, just living in this garbage. You just can't.
I feel like my dad telling me
None
to clean
of
up my
that
room.
is okay.
You couldn't have given this speech to the booger eater? I mean,
Are
really.
there any of the other ones that are on my order that are stickered?
I mean, say what you will, but at least their fire alarms aren't chirping. There might be sewage everywhere.
Can I say something really quick?
Hold on, Miss Harris. Yes, Miss Harris, go ahead.
You're already winning, sweetie.
I'm on my way to work, but who do I get in contact with for tonight? Like, who am I supposed to call? Do I have to?
Mr. Brio, who's she gonna call?
Can you give me your phone number, please?
All right.
313.
Ma'am, Put it, no, don't, I don't want it broadcast
Aw.
anywhere. That's creation. If you can type it into the chat, well, I don't have anybody here with me. Can you do it? You got Zoom? You got the controls? Okay.
Just gonna send her
If you
phone
type
number
it
to
and put it
David.
in the chat, then we'll give it to Mr. Friedman, who can get it to Mr. Beal.
How you doing, Jan?
That's because I don't want your business
Thank you
all
so
out.
much.
Pardon?
Okay. Thank you. And is it okay if I leave?
Yeah, yes, Miss Harris.
I would
It's
flee.
all right. Yes, go ahead. You got to go to work, so go ahead.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. What happened?
While Mr. Myers
Yes.
I don't think so, Jan.
wanted to raise an issue regarding plaintiff's continued efforts to collect rent from the tenants. Many of the tenants today that we spoke to told us that they're constantly being asked to pay. There was directly to plaintiff.
Yeah, there was one notice actually that was given to Mr. Myers where it was, I think it was an email or a written document that specifically said, you know, you owe us rent, please pay either via ACH or cash or credit card, which is contrary to the court's order as well. There's several notices that have been floating around. Another one.
Oh, that woman, yeah.
Says you owe us a lot of money and we want to do an occupancy check. And I think this is an effort to determine whether our units are vacant. And Your Honor pointed out that people may not have abandoned
All right,
their
guys.
units to relocate. So I'm the case.
I might turn this up to
And then the
1.5
third
and
notice
then
that
send
we've
you over to
seen a
Hella.
copy of is a housekeeping notice where they're going to do a housekeeping inspection. And I was a little perplexed by the effort behind that. I just wanted to make the court aware of it. We, just one last note, we did offer some proposed language based on our meeting on Tuesday. Mr. Friedman suggested that we put together some language and we did forward some language to council if they want to use it about rent and escrow.
I'm going to ask legal services to draft an order for the court regarding this escrow so we can just get this all clear. Escrow on these cases, it's to be paid to the court and or the Ypsilanti building. Well, I want the ones before me are to be paid to the court.
Okay. I am going to send you all over to Hella. I'll be back on Monday with my normal Judge Fleischer streams. I may stream tomorrow on Saturday in the morning. I will let you know tomorrow, but I might do a couple hours in the morning. But yeah, right now we will send y'all over to Hella. So it's been a lot of fun, guys. Thanks for being here, and I will see y'all in a little bit.